What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a special weekend edition of the Hobby Drive. Rolling out on a Sunday afternoon. Nothing special going on. Actually, I just went down to the pet store, the aquarium store here. I was gonna look at getting some fish today, but unfortunately they're closed on Sundays, or they're closed today anyway, which is fine. Like, basically I can go take a look tomorrow and pick up some stuff then. I went there yesterday, actually, took a look around, and checked out like the fish and stuff they had. They had what I wanted, so that was good. So they had what I wanted there, and the prices were good, so I was gonna go back and get some today. The reason why I didn't get any yesterday, even though I was there, is because I was actually out shopping, but I was walking. So I already had my hands full with bags and stuff, and I wasn't in my car, so I didn't want to load on any more stuff. So I decided to skip or bypass getting any yesterday, and I figured I would go back and try today. But like I said, didn't work out because they're not open, but I'll give them a look tomorrow. So anyway, what am I going to be talking about today on this Sunday afternoon edition of a Hobby Drive? Well, the thing I wanted to touch on is Shohei Ohtani. This guy, Shohei Ohtani, is the most exciting person in baseball right now. Now, I know other players are playing great. You know, you got Aaron Judge playing great. You got multiple other players playing excellent baseball. But I think Shohei is the most exciting because of the records that he is setting. I mean, you can't deny that setting records is exciting. It is. That's the thing. And put on top of that, Shohei isn't your typical major league story, because he came from a foreign league, like a foreign professional league, the Japanese league, NPB, to the MLB. It's not like he's the first or the only NPB player. It's not that. But the thing is, the success that he is seeing and having also brings forth some of that excitement. Because, he's drawing fans from this area where I live at, and as well as all over the world. But no, definitely Shohei Ohtani, most exciting player in baseball at this time. And the thing is, I love Ohtani. I really do. I don't like the Dodgers, but I love Ohtani. Great player. But I don't own any of his cards, really. I've got maybe 5 or 6 of his cards, and none of them are rookies. I had rookie cards of his, but I sold all of them, way back, years ago. And it's just one of those things. Now, some people might say, well, why didn't you hold on to it? Well, at the time, I was just and I sold, I sold stuff at cheap prices, and it wasn't just I need to upload or offload these cards because he's bad or whatever, because I know there was that one time when all of that was going on. But I sold them, quite frankly, because there were other cards that I wanted in my collection. So that's honestly, a lot of the times when I sell stuff like that, it's not because I'm he's bad, or starting to go bad, I need to offload these, nothing like that. It's usually just oh man, I want this card and this card and this card. Oh crap, I don't have enough funds right now, so let me offload some of these cards. Let me see what I have that I can sell that will fetch okay money, Doesn't have to be great money, but it would fetch okay money, and that's what I did with those Ohtani cards. Like, I had basically nothing in them. Now, I didn't sell them at one of his peaks. I did sell them when he was kind of, on an upturn. But I didn't make a lot of money on them or anything like that. So, anyway, but I sold them, and I sold them so that I could buy other cards that I wanted in my collection, which is what I do when I sell cards. So, anyway, actually, I am about to get out and go in my house in just a minute. Okay, alright, so I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to go get some cameras, because I'm going to go out and take some photos today. So, be back with you in just a moment. Okay, everybody, I am back. Went and grabbed a couple of cameras. This one and this one right here. So I'm gonna go out and shoot around a little bit around the area today, or this afternoon. But basically, so back to what I was saying about Shohei is, like, yeah, he is the most exciting player in baseball. I sold all of my good cards of his a year or two ago, but I'm not upset about it. Like, I'm really not, because by selling them, I was able to put some other things into my collection. So that's the way I look at it. Now, one of the things that is going on with Shohei, though, is kind of like some of the people saying that he doesn't deserve the MVP award at the end of the season because of, other players and stuff like that. And I understand that. But at the same time, I would say that he does. He's had the best season by far of any DH in history. And that's part of the reason why they're like, well, he shouldn't be the MVP because he's a designated hitter. Well, the thing is, like, being a designated hitter is not like, I mean, if you're just out there and not helping your team win, then okay. But he is helping his team win. And so the thing about it is, do I think he should be MVP? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So anyway, but no, that's kind of all I really wanted to say today. Just a short hop on, a short talk about, Shohei, how exciting he's been. I've been enjoying watching the replays and the highlights and all that kind of stuff. They did do the Topps Now card, and I am kind of wondering, I'm like, did that Topps Now card break the Topps site? Because I think it did. Because I don't know, like, so I guess the evening that it was supposed to go off of sale, I tried to log on to Topps because I wanted to see if it was finished selling, because I wasn't totally sure of, like, the timeline and all of that. I wasn't planning on buying the card. I was just kind of curious if it had ended. And I tried to get on the site, and there was like, it was like, you're in a queue. And I'm like, why the hell am I in a queue on the Topps website on, I don't know, whatever night it was. It was morning for me, but it was night for the US. And I'm like, what is this? And it did that multiple times. And then the next day, because I don't keep up with Topps Now. I don't know exactly how Topps Now works in terms of, like, when it's done, when they announce print runs and stuff. So I guess the next day I was like, okay, I'm going to take a look and see what the print run is. Well, they still hadn't announced anything. And again, I was waiting in a queue to see this. And I'm like, what in the crap? And so, anyway, so I'm wondering, I think that card broke the website, which, it's probably going to break the record of cards sold, too, in terms of Topps Now cards. So, anyway, pretty fun times, I guess. Depending on which side of the aisle you stand on when it comes to these things. And for me, it doesn't bother me. Topps Now is kind of an afterthought for me. I do enjoy Topps Now cards. I used to buy them, but then once shipping prices went up, I just couldn't justify buying them anymore. Because, when the shipping prices were lower for me, and this is shipping from the U.S. to Korea, when it was lower, I could justify it. I was like, it's not bad. I'll pick up this card. I'll pick up that card. And I did. But then over, the last few years, or maybe it was about 2 years ago, the price of the shipping went up. And after that, I was just like, well, it's not worth it. Because back in the beginning, it was like, okay, I think it was like $10 shipping. But that was for kind of anything and everything. So you might be able to buy a box and it was like $10 shipping and stuff like that. Well, now a box is like $70 or $80 shipping, and I'm not going to pay that. On the Topps website anyway. So, I stopped keeping up with Topps Now and all of that, which, isn't a big deal to me. So anyway. But as I said, I do thoroughly enjoy collecting them when I come across them, for cheap. So usually I keep an eye out. I find one that I want or wanted that's cheap, then I'll buy it. So anyway, that's all I had for today. Just a little talk about Shohei Ohtani, the most exciting player in baseball. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, I will see you again tomorrow morning.